Have you been turning down invitations lately? Avoiding family gatherings, skipping lunch with friends, or stepping back from hobbies you once loved? Most of us believe that becoming more reserved is just part of getting older. We often think it's simply a normal change in personality or a sign that we're becoming more set in our ways. But there's something you might not know. Pulling away from social activities could actually be an early sign of changes happening in your brain, long before any obvious memory problems appear. This might sound surprising, but many scientists now recognize social withdrawal as one of the first clues that your brain needs attention. This isn't just a casual observation. Research from the University of California, San Francisco, and other leading institutions has shown that people who begin to isolate themselves are at a higher risk of developing cognitive decline and dementia later on. In this video, we're going to explore how changes in social behavior can signal early brain changes. You'll learn why this happens, what specific signs to look for, and most importantly, what you can do if you notice it in yourself or someone you love. Social connections play a huge role in keeping our brains healthy. When we interact with others, our brain has to do many things at once. We follow conversations, read facial expressions, remember stories, and share our own thoughts. All these activities challenge and strengthen different parts of the brain, a bit like a workout for our mind. Over time, staying socially active has been shown to improve memory, protect against depression, and even slow down the progression of cognitive decline. A large study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who stayed socially engaged had a much lower risk of developing dementia. Even small social activities, like chatting with a neighbor or joining a community group, can make a meaningful difference. So, why do some people start to pull back? In the early stages of cognitive decline, certain brain changes can make social situations feel overwhelming. People may have trouble following conversations, remembering names, or finding the right words. They might worry about saying something wrong or embarrassing themselves. This anxiety often leads to a gradual withdrawal. Instead of facing these challenges, many choose to stay home or avoid gatherings altogether. What starts as an occasional skipped event can slowly turn into a pattern of isolation. It's important to know that this isn't always a conscious choice. Sometimes, people don't fully realize they're avoiding others. They might say they're just tired or not in the mood, but underneath, it could be a sign their brain is struggling. If you notice yourself or a loved one turning down invitations more often, it might be time to pause and consider why. Is it because of physical fatigue, or could it be related to feeling confused or overwhelmed in social settings? If someone close to you is avoiding social situations, try to approach the topic gently. Instead of asking directly, "Why don't you want to go out anymore?" you might say, "I've noticed you seem quieter lately. Is there anything on your mind?" This opens the door for a kind and honest conversation without making them feel judged or embarrassed. In some cases, withdrawal can also be connected to depression or other emotional struggles, which often go hand in hand with cognitive changes. Depression in older adults can look different than in younger people. It may show up more as loss of interest or lack of motivation rather than feelings of deep sadness. A study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry showed that loneliness and social isolation are strongly linked to faster cognitive decline. Being alone too much can increase stress hormones, reduce brain stimulation, and even impact sleep and physical health. Over time, these factors create a cycle that further weakens brain function. The good news is that taking steps to stay socially connected can help protect your brain. Even if you or your loved one feels hesitant, starting small can make a difference. Invite a friend over for a cup of tea instead of going out to a big event. Call a family member for a short chat. Join a local class or volunteer group that feels welcoming and low pressure. Studies have shown that even light social interaction helps keep the brain engaged and resilient. People who maintain close friendships and community ties tend to perform better on memory tests and are more likely to stay independent for longer. It's also helpful to combine social activities with other brain-healthy habits. For example, walking with a friend combines physical exercise with connection. Joining a cooking class or book club keeps the mind active while also providing a supportive group environment. If you've been feeling reluctant to join social activities, try to reflect on what might be behind those feelings. Are you afraid of forgetting names or details? Are you worried about not keeping up in conversations? Understanding these fears is the first step to overcoming them. If you notice these changes, it can be helpful to talk with your doctor. They can help determine whether the withdrawal is part of normal aging, depression, or an early sign of cognitive decline. Early conversations and evaluations can give you more options and support. Another helpful approach is to focus on meaningful connections rather than the number of social events. Quality matters more than quantity. Spending time with people who make you feel comfortable and valued can lift your mood and strengthen your brain in ways large gatherings may not. In families, creating supportive routines can help, too. Having a regular lunch date, weekly phone calls, or shared hobbies makes it easier to stay engaged without feeling pressured. Gentle encouragement and patience from loved ones are key. It's also important to remember that stepping back socially doesn't always mean someone is giving up. Sometimes, it's simply a signal that they need more support or a different type of interaction. By noticing and responding early, we can help our loved ones stay connected and maintain their independence longer. Another useful strategy is to focus on activities that feel familiar and comforting. People experiencing early brain changes often feel more secure doing things they've enjoyed for years. This could be gardening, playing cards, attending a religious service, or even just sitting with a friend and listening to music. Familiar routines help build confidence and reduce anxiety. Small, steady steps back into social life are better than pushing too hard. A quiet dinner with one close friend may be much more meaningful than a big party. Over time, these small interactions can help rebuild social confidence and strengthen cognitive health. If you're a caregiver or family member, it's important to check in with your own feelings, too. Supporting someone who is withdrawing can be emotionally challenging. You might feel frustrated, worried, or even lonely yourself. Remember to seek support when you need it, whether that's talking with other family members, joining a support group, or speaking with a counselor. As we age, it's easy to underestimate the power of human connection. But countless studies show that staying engaged socially is just as important for brain health as eating well and exercising. It stimulates memory, improves mood, and helps maintain a sense of purpose and joy. In this video, we explored how pulling back from social activities can be an early sign of brain changes, rather than simply a shift in personality. We discuss why this happens, what signs to watch for, and how to gently encourage re-engagement. We also learned that even small steps, a phone call, a short visit, a shared hobby, can make a big difference in keeping the brain healthy and the heart happy. If you've been avoiding social activities or notice a loved one withdrawing, take it as a gentle invitation to check in on brain health. Speak with a healthcare provider if you're concerned, and remember that it's never too late to take steps to reconnect. Thank you for spending this time with us today. At Silver Memory, we believe that understanding these early signs helps us support each other with compassion and care. You are not alone on this journey, and every small connection counts. Take good care of yourself and those around you. Stay curious, stay kind, and keep reaching out, one small conversation at a time. We'll see you in the next video.